Hey everybody, welcome to ChortleCast. Brody, you're back. Thank you for joining us this time.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's a good day, Brody. It's a good day. Do you know why it's a good day?
Why is it a good day?
Look at my Nintendo shirt. Look at your Nintendo shirt. Look at this Nintendo graphic that doesn't exist. Brody, the Nintendo Switch is here.
Finally.
Is here.
It's really soon.
It really is soon. So we're going to talk about all about the Nintendo Switch and the live reveal and all that good stuff. And I guess it's not really the reveal, but the details that they did in their stream. But before we do that, welcome to ChortleCast. If you don't already know, this is the official Chortle. This is the official Chortle. This is the official podcast of Chortle Games.
We are the official Chortle Games.
We are the official Chortle.
Not those posers.
Not those posers out there. There is another channel called Chortle. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Now I know that.
I'm waiting for them to call me and be like, "Hey, we want to buy the name Chortle Games." So anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. This is the official podcast of Chortle Games. This is our platform to talk about
anything
movies,
we freaking want to.
Basically, yeah, that's actually a better line, probably. Games, movies, TV shows, and today, Brody, all about the Nintendo Switch. So we're gonna get started and talk all about all the good stuff. There was a whole lot. I've just been brain explosion.
There really
I can't
was
even
a
talk.
lot.
There's too many things in my head.
Yeah.
IGN's web post was just like boom, 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 boom of new things today. So, anywho, we're going to dig all into it. We're going to talk about the conference itself. We're going to talk about the system itself. We're going to talk about the games, the launch lineups, and then just kind of give some final thoughts. But anyway, we're going to go through all of it. So stay tuned. It's going to be great. Brody, let's start off. Let's just talk about the conference itself, the actual event. What did you think? Pros, cons, what were your thoughts?
It was very Nintendo.
That's a great way to put it. It was very, very Nintendo.
Well, that's fast.
I mean, overall, I like.
Fast forwarded. Let's go.
No, that's how it went. That's how it was. It was that fast. It was crazy right here at the beginning. And there's a bunch of. We should have done a Switch transition before we got into this, but anyway, yeah, it's a lot going on here. This is the presentation. So for our podcast viewers, we've got the presentation going in the back. It's looking pretty wild and crazy as they get started. So, anywho, so overall, the conference, you liked it.
It was very cheesy, but it was enjoyable.
It was so cheesy. I am a big fan of cheese, and I was even on Twitter just hating the Switch transitions.
And every time they switched to another person, it was like,
let's
switch. It's like, okay.
I love
the first time.
God, IGN put up a video today, and it was just all the Switch transitions, and the translator cracks me up because it's like, let's switch, and then it's like, let's switch to this person, let's switch to this individual. It's just so it was cute the first 3 times maybe, and then it just got insanely annoying. And I was laughing rolling through my Twitter today because I was just I saw where I posted that after the second one, and it was just these Switch transitions are gonna get annoying fast, and then they really did though. So anywho,
the translators.
So the translators, you were getting frustrated with them, I remember.
I wasn't frustrated. It's just sad.
Yeah.
They sounded so sad. And when Suda51 came out,
yeah,
he was and just immediately exploded into this rant about the No More. It's the I guess the sequel to No More Heroes,
yeah,
which I never played.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll play this one.
Mm-hmm. It looked good. It looked interesting.
But when he exploded and started ranting about I don't even remember what they're calling it.
I honestly didn't understand half of that section because the translator was so, I don't know if he couldn't keep up with that guy.
He couldn't keep up. So the first couple of lines that the guy said, the translator was just it's just okay. I think that was where it was that was probably the pinnacle of bad translator stuff, and the other stuff was just my favorite thing. My favorite thing in the entire conference was the dab Splatoon man, the dabbing Splatoon man.
Splatoon.
I died every time. I was just like, this is the greatest
I love
thing
Splatoon,
ever.
obviously, but that part of the presentation, I was just like, is there really a guy pretending to be like an ink scientist? And he just kept going, like he
loved
wouldn't
it.
stop. And
It
I
was
just
so
like,
cheesy.
God.
I loved it.
Anyway, so what are some pros of the conference? I mean, I thought they delivered enough information. I thought they were I thought the way they presented it was all well done. It was just maybe a little too cheesy.
It was. There was some things they talked way too long about that didn't need to be talked about that long.
Yeah.
Like, if you hold the Joy-Con controller, you can feel exactly how many ice cubes are inside it. You can even feel the water filling up the Joy-Con controller. It's like,
I was so confused what that was about.
I don't know.
I don't know if I was mid-tweet when that started, and I just looked up and I was like, what the F are all these ice cubes about? What is he talking about? I mean, I imagine that people who have played with it kind of understand, and if I understand what they were trying to demonstrate, that was probably the best way they could have done it. But yeah, basically it's just saying there's vibrators in the. That sounds weird. There's a rumble in the controller.
Yeah.
But there's so many in such a way that it'll be dynamic how you feel things. And an ice cube in a cup was probably the best way to demonstrate that. But it didn't translate. It translated as well as it could have. It was just weird AF to see.
I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's like, what company is gonna take advantage of that?
I don't know. I don't see the applications of that. So I thought it was interesting. Well, so we're pretty much done talking about the conference. Let's jump into the Switch itself.
Okay.
The actual Switch. So,
do you agree with the price point?
What was your original price guess? Do you remember? I said $250. You did say $300.
I said $300.
You were
I
right.
was right.
You were on the money. Right. Yes. He's so proud
I
of
remember you
himself.
made that video, and you were like, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. I guessed it first.
You did. I am blown away. I mean, blown away by how expensive it is.
It's a little bit too expensive for me at the moment.
I mean,
you jumped on it.
I've pre-ordered one.
I don't blame you with the way Nintendo does their stuff.
Through Best Buy, and I swear to effing everything. If Best Buy F's me over on this, I'm gonna be so mad. I don't necessarily trust Best Buy with deliveries. I just Amazon is like my go-to if I'm gonna order something online. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if their pre-orders have gone live yet. They were supposed to go live today. I signed up for an email alert. I never got one, and every time I check, it says it's still currently unavailable.
If it's gonna be like Amiibo, it's gonna be like really limited, and like as soon as you get the email thing, you click it, and then you click add to cart, and then you click the payment thing, whatever. I'm stupid. Don't know what I'm talking about. When you click that, it's like this item is no longer in stock, and it's like it's been goddamn 1 minute. Like. That's how Nintendo stuff is. That was how the stupid collector's edition of Majora's Mask 3DS was, and I wanted the stupid Skull Kid figurine and never got it because all the stupid scalpers are like, yeah, I gotta get it. Same thing with the Fire Emblem collection thing, and every other stupid every other stupid like Nintendo collector thing, and I really want the Zelda's collector edition thing.
I do too. We can talk about that in a minute, but. Yeah, I understand. And the good thing about where you and I live is that we shouldn't have any trouble going to our GameStop day of and finding one. I don't think. Do you?
Oh, Switch?
A Switch.
Probably not.
I mean, I think we'd need to go if we were going to. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable in my pre-order. If they come back and tell me it's not going to get here on day one, I might just cancel it and go, well, I don't know if I'm going to cancel it. I might just wait till I make sure I have one. But anyway, yeah. So price point, just crazy high. I was not expecting that. I mean, and there were rumors like fairly confirmable. Good sources were saying.
Confirmable.
Yeah, there were good sources saying that it was going that they were predicting like $199, which I was just like, oh my God, that would be awesome.
Oh, that would be great. I would have jumped right on it. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't look at this new Zelda game and not feel like a little kid. I can't.
It's gonna be good. We'll get there. We will talk about it. Okay, so price point, we're not real excited about. Okay, but hang on. Let's talk, while we're on price, let's talk about the freaking expensive accessories. The freaking Joy-Cons, to get two, Brody, it's $79.99 in a thing. In a combo pack, it's $79.99. They're $49.99 separately. The dock is $89.99. And then there's something else. There's another piece.
So you can buy more Joy-Cons.
Oh yeah. And so far they only have the blue and red ones, but I think it's only a matter of time before we have all
how
colors
they added,
and
like the customizable faceplates to the 3DS.
yeah. I mean, I think that's only a matter of time. I mean, don't you? I mean, I can't imagine that they wouldn't take advantage of that.
I really hope they come out with a like Zelda themed Switch. Like you have the Zelda.
I would buy
Wii.
it. I would buy it instantly. I keep waiting for there to be they should have made a combo version with that game. I would have paid an extra $50 or so for that.
I haven't even seen like a like
There isn't
a bundle yet.
There isn't a bundle. Not yet.
Because like when
Almost every
got-
other game, every other system, there's been a bundle.
when I got my Wii U, it came with like a Super Mario Brothers game
Right.
and like Luigi U.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll announce one probably after the initial launch. They'll have some come out because I mean the Zelda one even I think that was post launch.
Yeah,
So I mean that was what got me to go because it was like $200 or $250 when I got mine.
I've been
For Wii U.
conflicted all day of if I should just sell my Wii U and use that to pre-order Switch.
I mean you get maybe $100 for it.
GameStop has 120,
120.
and I have like
Do it.
a bunch of games. But it's like
I mean I hate that.
it's such a bare bones thing at launch.
Yeah.
There's 2 games.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll get there. But okay, let me continue on the accessories though for a second. So you've got basically the accessories. If you just break down all the pieces of this and just go by what they're selling as like additional versions, the accessories, Brody, cost $200. So you're telling me that the little screen that's the console itself costs $100 is what I am getting from that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad. I mean, you get a lot with the system. Like you get your dock, you get a portable charger, you get a charger for the dock, you get an HDMI cable, which are always great. You get your own 2 Joy-Cons. You get that little Joy-Con grip thing, the little switch dog face. I mean, you get everything you need, but it's just like if you break all that down by what they're selling those additional pieces as, I mean, the system could have been a lot cheaper, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm frustrated because I wanted to buy a couple docks to have like in my living room and then in the room where we record games so that I could move it around depending on where I was. But
Does it come with a dock?
it comes with a dock.
Okay.
Yes, it comes with one dock that I will put in our game room, and I will never. And then I'll keep the rest of it with me. But anyway, so all right. Well, let's talk about so motion controls on the Joy-Cons.
From what they said, it sounds nice.
I'm glad it's there. A lot of this reminds me of the Wii.
Yeah.
Like I think this is going to be maybe not in regards to success of Wii, but I think this is going to be like the Wii where families who don't normally play games will get things like 1-2 Switch and they'll play that. And yeah, we can talk about that. But I think it's cool that they did motion controls. I'll tell you this. I love Nintendo coming up with just completely new ways to play games. And we'll talk, and this is 1-2 Switch, but we'll just talk about how the system itself goes.
Ooh.
That Legend of Zelda, though, baby. God.
I tuned into the stream today, the Treehouse Switch. And like on the table, just had
They
like
had all of them.
six
Legend of
Breath
Zelda.
of Wild
yeah.
amiibos, and I was like,
I'm gonna buy at least 3. But anyway, no, I like that they've come up with new ways to use the Joy-Cons and like the 1-2 switch, which we'll talk about later, but like just the fact that you're suddenly going to be playing a video game without looking at a screen. Like you're going to be looking at each other playing games. So I think that's going to do well. I just am interested to see more games that are going to incorporate it because so far we've only got 1-2 switch and arms. So I think the controllers look nice.
Aesthetically,
when we got in more detail, I was pleased with how many buttons there were.
Aesthetically, it looks really, really nice. I enjoy it a lot.
I'm curious to see how it feels in a hand.
Either this man has very large hands, or it's very tiny.
I saw a picture today of a large, maybe it was, of a larger man who had one in his hand, and I mean it was really small. And he was like, not sure. His first picture tweet was like, not sure how this is going to work for me. And then he like played a couple things with it and came back and was like, despite its size, it feels really good in big hands or something like that. So
Pro Jared posted a picture of the Joy-Cons with the screen in the middle.
Right.
And he had the 3DS XL in front of it, and it was a good bit bigger. It was probably a little bit bigger.
The Switch was bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the one where it was the Switch next to a Wii U handheld controller? It's smaller than that. Yeah. So not by much, but well, I don't know. It was pretty small.
Goes Ice Cubes.
Here comes the Ice Cube guy. But yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with it. The other thing,
it really is such an aesthetically pleasing thing.
the system looks great. There's no doubt about that. I'm really curious how it's going to play. They did talk about the power drop when it's handheld. But I watched someone play Breath of the Wild today on the handheld, which I think they had it plugged into power, which that would be the same as having it in the dock. So, which I'm kind of like, I bought a power brick today that's supposed to last it could charge a phone 12 times basically, and it has a wall outlet in it. Cost me $100. You should get one. It's really nice. Okay. But anyway, I'm pretty much planning on keeping that with me for Switch use and just having it plugged in at all times. But anyway, regardless, they claimed it was how it should run when it's handheld, and it ran great. I mean, it looked sharp, and this is coming through like someone's got a camera or a phone or something that they're recording over someone's shoulder, like real close in. I thought it looked great. I thought it looked fine. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I played games on the Wii U gamepad just looking at the gamepad. I played most of Wind Waker HD on that way. Yeah. And I mean, there's a significant difference between what that looks like on the TV than the handheld. But it was just better to do it on the handheld sometimes. So
that's the thing though with Nintendo, they have beautiful games, but it's like a thing of I'm having way more fun playing it than like.
Well, and they also
this looks so bad.
They're also really smart because they come up with creative art styles that basically are timeless, and it doesn't matter what kind of screen you're looking at it's going to look cool. Yeah. And especially with Breath of the Wild, that's the situation there. So I don't know. They but they at least talked about it, and they said there was a possibility that it would drop below 1080 on performance.
I thought they confirmed that it'd be 720. Is it 720 next?
What I read just said they never said 720, but they were like it could drop below that. So it plays 60 FPS else on screen and on the thing. Yeah. But the graphic fidelity is different. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it's nice that they admitted that and they came out up front with that. But from what I've seen in demos, it's been fine. And I'm planning on having it into something because it's only got a 2-hour life on handheld. Did you hear about that? It's like 2 or 3 hours. I can't remember exactly. So it's supposed to be really short.
That was another. Me and my roommate, like when they said that, they didn't say 2 hours on the stream, on the whatever it was, the presentation last night. They said 2 to 6 hours. And me and my roommate looked at each other and we were like, that's a pretty big gap there of how long I can actually play this thing. Yeah. I'm sure if you play like Skyrim or something on it,
It cracks it out.
probably.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
I would bet Breath of the Wild would overcook it pretty
With
quick.
how big it is, probably.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm planning on having power bricks with me whenever I have it.
You're going to be playing it on the road a lot more than I am.
Yeah,
though.
that's what and I've said this from the beginning. This has huge potential to become my go-to system for everything because I don't have any time to play anything unless it's on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on a trip this afternoon with a 2.5-hour drive one way and a 2.5-hour drive the other way, and I played Pokemon Sun and Moon for 2.5 hours one way, and then I slept the other way because
Yeah.
I was tired. But anyway, so overall, the system, still happy with it, still excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super pumped about it. I think it's going to be good. Okay, Brody, let's get into what's really important, the games. So, 1-2 Switch the reveal trailer for 1-2 Switch is coming up on the screen right now. The first reveal, the cowboy reveal. I almost tweeted out that this was like Red Dead on the Switch, but I was like, that would be a mistake.
I was watching it on Twitch, and like the comments were killing me and my roommate. Like, everybody like saw this and was like, Red Dead confirmed, Red Dead confirmed.
No,
everyone was like, Melee HD win.
No, I knew that wasn't it, but yeah. So this is the 1-2 Switch. Basically, and we've kind of talked about this a little bit.
The new party game.
Yeah, it's the new party game. It's the next big party game.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I mean, that's what it is. And I said this earlier. I like that Nintendo has yet again created a new way to play games, even though this is incorporating a lot of old things. I mean, they talked about that at the beginning of the presentation about how it's melding a lot of things. But I really like that this is something that when you play a video game, you're going to be looking at the other person, not a screen.
Yeah.
And I mean, 1-2 Switch, I've seen a little bit. They played a little bit at the Treehouse Live. And
I think this will be really fun for the channel.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And I think people will have fun with it. It's just, I don't know how deep this premise could go. Because like what I've seen is, so there's wizards, there's gun shooting. I saw a samurai, one person's like chopping at somebody and one person's catching the blade.
I did see there's dancing, there's whoever I think can hold still the longest, the sword fight, magic, whoever can answer the telephone fastest.
So it should be interesting. I don't know. I'm curious to see how deep this can go. The sandwich eating, I saw that earlier today. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I guess that's kind of a testament to. I guess we can start.
No, that's fine.
I guess that's a testament to like how they were talking about like how it can sense things closer.
Yeah.
Like
he did the
so
rock,
it was
paper,
like
scissors.
it was the lady like actually in that trailer like taking bites of the sandwich and
it's got a little camera on
that.
the bottom of this controller Joy-Con, and it can monitor her mouth opening and whatnot. So I mean, it's an interesting concept. I'm excited about it. The problem is, and your problem is
it worth the price? No, it's not. I don't think so.
Oh no! $50? That's what you said. Mm-hmm. See, I think of this as like Wii Sports or like even like Wii Sports Resort or whatever.
It's a demo game, basically.
Yeah.
It is like a tech demo game.
$59.99, right? That's what you told me.
No, $49.99.
So $50.
Yeah. So.
Wow. I just can't imagine.
For a game that would. It looks like it would only be used for parties. We'll probably play it on the channel.
I've pre-ordered it, so.
Yeah, I mean, like. With how Nintendo games are, I know it's never going to go down in price. But
I think a lot of this is going to go down in price. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how this goes, and we can talk about this at the end when we talk about launch lineup. But anyway, so yeah, 1-2 Switch looks really cool.
Arms.
All right, so here we're getting into the next one. This I tweeted that this game was going to be called
One Punch.
One Punch. It could have been. I tweeted that they should have named this game Badass Ninja Schoolgirls, because there's a little schoolgirl here that I thought was going to go crazy.
Another. Everyone was like, Melee HD, Melee HD.
So ARMS. So basically, it's a punching game, but you have like super stretchy or extendable punching arms.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
That's
the VR game.
That's what it should have been freaking called. I'm so mad when the name ARMS came up. I got really mad, like legit mad, because once they started punching each other, I was like, it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the video game. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? No, it's freaking ARMS. Like, whatever. Okay, cool. Let's just be original here. So
This was the first game I saw from them that was like, it'd be cool to like play VR.
yeah, and I said when we were talking about like NX, like we didn't know anything about the system, I kept expecting there to be some kind of VR element to it. And I don't know that there won't be later at some point.
They'll try to innovate it somehow.
Well, they have patents for a system to put the Switch like screen on your face, like in a Google Glass or in a Google Cardboard, something similar to that.
I think this looks fun.
This looks fun. I'm excited about it.
Did you change your mind on it?
Did I say that I hate it?
Last night you did, yeah.
I mean, I think the name is stupid, but I think it'll be interesting to play.
When I saw this stuff, I think that actually was in game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was. Yeah.
I thought, or there may have been something at the beginning, like when they first like turned into the characters. I was like, I don't think it'll look this good.
Yeah.
But it looks fun, and there's more than one character, so that's kind of cool. And when you punch, you can like change the way the punch goes and stuff. It looks fun. I want to play it.
It looks cool. I definitely want to play it. I think I've pre-ordered it. I can't remember. But anyway,
summer?
I hate the name.
Is that
God,
summer?
I hate the name. They'll say it here in a minute. I think it was summer. Yeah, it's not a launch game. It's not a launch game. So
you use you have to have 2 Joy-Cons, so I'll have to buy 2 more.
Unless is it couch co-op?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, we will.
Well, I mean, if I get a Switch, we'll
have some. So
yeah.
anyway, but yeah, so
freaking
yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare buying all these Joy-Cons. And I was watching something earlier today that was talking about, what's the point of buying just one, like an extra one?
Because see how there would be, but I mean, it's like
the red and blue. Someone was and their big thing was like so you can get 2 versions of the system. You can get the all gray Switch, or you can get the Switch that has the red and blue Joy-Cons. Like, what if I don't want that blue Joy-Con? Will I ever be able to buy a red Joy-Con L? I don't know. So, who knows?
It's really weird.
Yeah, but ARMS looks good. I'm interested to try it and check it out and see what it's like.
Yeah, stop watching it.
So that's that one. That's a good one that they announced. But then let's get into something really good. Something really nice here. Something
Is this the ice cubes?
No. Let me just get in here.
Oh, God.
Ah, Brody.
Should we play like Splatoon music here?
Splatoon! God, I was so excited about this announcement.
I'm really ready for it.
I love Splatoon. I
just can't wait to play it again. Honestly.
I can't either. So let me just say, so what I have read and what I've seen is that the game doesn't feel that different. It feels a little improved, but it's basically the same game with new weapons, new special weapons, new areas, maybe a new story. I think there is a new story. Later in this trailer, there's a squid who's standing kind of dramatically, and they have very different hair, like not just like different hairstyles like are in the game, but like, I don't know, they like just look important. Octopus. Yeah, they just look important. I'll if it pops up and I notice, I'll point it out. But anywho, I'm super excited about this game. Even
look cool.
Even with,
and it has a cute new cat. Look at it.
It did have a new cat. So there's like, I like all the new special weapons. There's a jetpack later on somewhere.
There's like a giant rain cloud.
Yeah, the rain cloud looked cool. That guy's got like a power squirter. The rain cloud looks awesome. Jetpack. Excited about the jetpack, man.
It looks awesome.
So, and I think there's a new roller or something, because I really like the roller.
All the new characters.
There's new characters. There were new octopus. That person. Did you see it? The new town, the new hub world. God, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm not upset. Oh gosh.
Do it.
It's gonna come later. The new Splatoon dab. The double pistol dab. I'm excited. I don't care that it's going to feel very similar
Yeah.
because I love the first game. I just want it to continue. Like, I'm okay with this being a $50 update.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, because he mentions here they're going to do more Splatoon events, which I miss so bad.
Oh God. Yeah.
They're going to continue with updates like they did in the first game with new levels and new items, new weapons. I'm not saying there's nothing bad about this. I mean, if you want to take it plays very similarly, and it's not
the new clothes,
the new clothes, the new hairstyles.
You can change your hairstyle.
I
now,
know.
man. You can change your freaking hairstyle.
I'm so glad about that because I hated the boy hairstyle, and I never could find a hat that I just loved because I always wanted to wear sunglasses as my character. But anyway, I mean, if you want to take it plays similarly to the first one, or like it doesn't feel like a sequel as much as an update, then that's fine. Man, this guy giving the announcement about this.
Here he goes.
Is he about to do the dab? I don't think he is. He's not there yet. He's still talking.
He's swinging them around. Look at that bazooka, though.
Splatoon looks great. Did they mention a price for this one? I haven't seen it. I think it was. I think it was 59. It was 50 or whatever. It's $59.99.
It's gonna be 60.
But if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get it for a lot cheaper. I got mine for 47.
If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get any game for cheaper.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's worth it.
You need to do it. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. So, anywho, Splatoon 2, I'm excited about. I'm not.
Day one buy.
I'm glad that's something I'm going to have. It is not a launch game, though. We're going to have to wait for it.
Summer.
Still.
I will have to bring up Splatoon later in this podcast when we bring up something else.
Okay, that's ominous. All right. Oh, there's your dab, Brody. Here, I'll play it just for you.
My dad?
The dab. You missed it. Oh, well.
God damn it.
Okay, Brody, let's get into some crazy stuff now. So this is Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. We got it playing behind us. It looks like a normal city, and there up comes Mario. So there's a backdrop on that city that says Diddy Kong something, and I was just like, is this gonna be like Donkey Kong Urban Jungle or something?
When it came up, it had like the signs and stuff, and I was like, is this Splatoon still?
No.
It's what?
It looks so. Okay, let me say this. It looks good. It's a Mario game. It's gonna be fun.
I like this.
I am so freaking confused. What's happening?
I like this stuff.
You just don't like the New York. You don't like seeing
looks
him.
like a Dark Souls forest for some reason.
You don't like seeing him with humans, like real humans. It weirds you out. It weirds me out.
Really weird. Really bizarre. Because you're like, oh, Mario and Peach and Luigi are humans.
Yeah.
But they're not, because they're
they don't look
standing
like
next
normal
to
humans.
actual humans.
It looked like for a minute I thought it was going to be like Mario, but in Sonic Universe, because Sonic Universe has normal-looking humans. So I don't know. This looks really cool, really interesting. Supposedly, I was watching on the Treehouse Live. They said that, or Miyamoto said that this is going to be more similar to Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay.
Which I love.
It's my favorite Mario game.
But yeah, I liked 3D World pretty well, but I
open world.
Yeah, I liked the open world of Sunshine better. So this should be great.
That lion
though, man, I lost my mind when that happened.
It's just so.
It looks good.
I'll shout out to our friends Two Bards. I watched Tucker's reaction for this, and it was at that part. I agree with him. I think this is going to be a really divisive game.
Divisive?
Yeah.
Meaning?
That some people will like it and some people are going to hate it.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean, and even Miyamoto was talking about, he said the reason they made Mario 3D World was because it would be a more accessible game to your average player.
Yeah.
And so he said what we've...
Oh, sorry.
Man,
sorry.
we can go about that. But he said something along the lines of they try to do, like, here's a Mario game that's, like, really accessible for people. And then, next time we do a Mario game, it'll be a little bit more hardcore. And he said with 3D World recently coming out and then having Super Mario Run on iPhones, which is super accessible for people, although be it expensive, it's super accessible for players. So he was like, it was time we did something a little bit more hardcore for hardcore gamers. So those eyes, though.
Everybody's confused by that.
By what? The eyes?
The eyes.
I have no idea. So what first came to my mind with that was Minish Cap. Legend of Zelda Minish Cap.
Mind. Pretty much, I think it's gonna be like how Link had Navi or Fi, or the Minish Cap, or
but it's gonna be Mario's hat.
Yeah.
Well, and obviously it's a character somehow, but there's a part in that trailer where Bowser stomps on it. Like it's a real dramatic moment where he just like crushes his hat. And before you see those eyeballs, you don't think anything of it, but you rewatch it and see that and think,
I never thought about that.
Yikes!
And then like Bowser just tosses his pimp hat.
Yeah, so the whole plot with like Peach getting kidnapped again and Bowser trying to marry her and whatnot, like I wish we could have something where Peach does something a little bit different. That's a bit of a different role, but whatever.
This is just making me think of it since we're talking about Mario. That IGN posted a parental control video today.
Oh yeah,
but it was like Bowser and baby Bowser, like just interacting and stuff while they were talking about the stuff, and it was really funny. But it was like you can control how many hours your kids can play and like all this stuff from an app on a phone now.
Or you could just let the battery die.
Yeah, that'll happen fast too. But it was like you can like turn the console off like through the phone and like all this stuff and like set play times. But it was funny because it showed Bowser using the app, and when he opened his phone, his background was a picture of Peach. And I was just like, okay.
Wow.
Here is this game. I'm very excited for it. That's Chrome's weapon, and I don't know which one that one is. Jake.
So I'm watching this, and I'm watching these orbs, and I'm just like, what is this? And then I see this, and I think, that kind of looks like Fire Emblem. And I went, oh, Brody likes Fire Emblem. So I tweet out, hey, at Brotisi, there's a new Fire Emblem game. And Brody, at the same moment I send out that tweet, Brody texts me and goes, dude, a new effing Fire Emblem game? Oh my God! And then I jump right back on Twitter and say, yep, Brody's losing his shit.
And that's Chrome.
So.
Oh my God. It's Fire Emblem
He's
Warriors.
Losing his mind. So
Warriors.
You and I both loved Legend of Zelda, I guess it's not Legend of Zelda, it's just Hyrule Warriors, bringing all the Nintendo characters into that kind of a game. And we thought it was great. And you actually said a lot while we were playing it, man, this would be great with Fire Emblem.
There was two ideas I had for a Warriors game, for a next Nintendo Warriors game. Is either like Nintendo Heroes Warrior.
So just like all across the board?
Just any Nintendo character. Or Fire Emblem. And I'm so glad that it's happening.
Now you have it.
So glad it's happening, dude. We're going to play it. Get ready for Fire Emblem Let's Plays.
We're not going to be able to play it.
Yes, we are.
Did you see who the developer was?
It's Team Ninja. I don't care. We're playing it.
They won't let us.
I don't care.
They will sue us for all we have, which is about 53 cents.
They can have the goddamn 53 cents.
Oh, man. So, anywho, I mean, it looks good. I'm excited. What we've seen is just a teaser.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will be great.
It was the same thing as when I originally showed you the Hyrule Warriors teaser trailer, and you were just like, I don't know what that is, but I want it.
I don't get it, but I want to get it. You know what I mean? So, anywho, yep, that looks great. Okay. All right, so the other game we want to talk about before we continue
Mario Kart 8!
So you and I like Mario Kart.
Freaking course we do.
Freaking course we do.
Mario Kart.
So what I'm disappointed about with this one is, much like Splatoon, it's basically the same game we got on Wii U, but updated, new characters, supposedly new levels. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U did not have battle mode, right?
If it did, we never played it.
I don't think it did, because I remember, or at least I'm pretty sure it didn't. I could seriously be wrong.
Never played it.
Really? Because I love battle mode.
I don't know.
I really don't think it did. I could be wrong. They might have updated it to have that, but it's going to be great. Yes. Did you not know the Splatoon characters when they were in there?
No.
There's Splatoon characters. You've still got Link and that chick.
Isabelle is her name. The Splatoon kids. That's weird.
Yeah, they added the Splatoon Inklings to the
and
game.
there's King Boo, I know, because
King
when
Boo
the
is an
Switch was
addition.
originally
You
announced.
have Dry Bones, which I can't remember if
He's new.
was he completely new?
Yeah, he's new.
Okay, yeah. So anywho, they've added a couple new characters. Supposedly they've added new levels and races,
I think
and
this
I'm
one's
pretty
like
sure they've added battle.
Okay.
If they didn't add battle mode, they added an update to
do a
battle
restart.
mode. So
That's the parental thing.
yeah, I know it. So yeah, they added the battle mode at least.
I
if
think this
nothing
is
else.
like less excusable than Splatoon 2.
I'm curious. Yeah. This is not. I'm not as excited about this update new game that I'm gonna have to pay for as I am the Splatoon one.
I feel like if the fair thing to do would be like if you linked your Nintendo account from the Wii U and could see that you've played the original Mario Kart 8 and have it,
There are also new items. I'm sorry,
that there was like a discount on this one or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's probably enough new stuff here that'll make it worth it, but not. I don't know that it would be like $50 or $60 worth it.
Nah.
I might do. I don't think they'd go lower than 50, but
I'll probably get it when it comes out just because Alexander loves.
I mean, it's Mario Kart, so that's one of the like must get games whenever a new system comes out. Which,
I mean, it's a
speaking of
good
which,
game.
while we were kind of on this, no Smash Brothers mentioned, and not even in the presentation, but just like all
No
throughout
remake or
today,
anything.
we haven't seen anything. Which I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad we're not just getting an update, game like this or Splatoon. But that's a huge thing that
People were
every
expecting,
system has, and people are going to expect. So I'm curious to see if that's going to come through and if they're going to have that. So
Who knows? They might. Who knows?
Who knows? They might.
knows, Jake?
They might. I don't know. Okay, Brody. Let's talk about what we're both really excited about.
Let me just.
Brody's taking out his keys and wallet. Are you about to like freak out or something? You're like getting ready to like throw your pants off or something.
I just want to get real comfy for this one. Like, let's just chill, man. It's finally here. It's finally here, Jake.
March 3rd. It's a launch game.
I'm so excited.
Talking about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I'm so excited.
We're going to park here for a
wait.
bit. We're
We've
going to park
been
here for a bit.
Waiting for this goddamn game since we bought the freaking Wii U's.
I don't know that it's been that long.
It has been that long.
Has it been that
long?
long?
It has been that long because I bought a Wii U
For this game?
Zelda. Yes.
Are you serious?
They showed a tech demo. Then they showed that they were working on a new Zelda, and I was like, okay,
I've got to get this.
Yeah. And I mean,
Maybe
it's
I
still
did too.
technically coming out.
I bought my Wii U because you had one. I played with it.
You played
Mario. I played Mario, and I said, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool. I like this." And then at that point, it was like, I mean, this was like well into its life cycle.
Yeah.
And so I bought it for, I want to say $200, and it was a great deal for me.
Yeah, which I was gonna say too. Like, it was well into its life cycle, and we bought ours like maybe a month apart.
Yeah.
And this was like 2 years into its life cycle, and it still had no games.
Yeah. And we'll
But
get
that's
there.
not what
We'll
we're
get to
talking
that.
about. We're
So-
talking about motherfucking Breath of Wild. Oh my god, it looks so good.
I mean, we've seen so much of this game, but this trailer is a lot of new stuff. I mean, we could break down. I mean, do you want to just like run through this?
Calamity Ganon.
I'll
right
watch.
there.
I'm gonna roll this back. For those of you that aren't watching or you're listening,
This will
we'll
be our-
try and
yeah.
talk about it. But,
This will be our Breath of Wild
rewind
reaction.
trailer.
reaction.
Rewind trailer.
Should
is
we?
what it will be.
Let's move
So-
this closer so we can look at this, and you guys can't. see
No,
our
just look
faces.
here. Just look.
I
Here.
can't see.
All right, look. So we're talking about Breath of the Wild here.
Sorry, I'm freaking
All
out
right,
a little.
Brody's already losing it. I knew this would happen. So I'm gonna skim a little bit. Okay, first off, let me
That
stop.
fox?
Let me stop here.
Is it
fox.
significant?
So okay, no, it's not. But there's a fox. There's a freaking fox, Brody. I love foxes.
Alexander was like, "That's my favorite
Okay,
part of the
so
trailer."
while we're here, let me talk about this. Let me just talk about it, Brody. Let me talk about it. Okay, stop trying to stop me because I want to talk about it. Okay,
Stop.
So in the Treehouse Live demo, which I might start playing here in a minute when we talk, but they did a lot of demos with horses, which we haven't seen any real gameplay other than what Miyamoto and Aonuma did early on, like when this was still Wii U for sure.
And they were showing like
only.
the horse running through the trees.
They were showing the horse being able to like dodge trees. Like other than that, and maybe a little bit after, we really haven't seen significant horseplay. But they showed a lot today, and so like the stables that we've seen in other trailers, that's where you register your horse, and like you can it'll always show up there if you lose it or something. That's how you get That's how you get saddles and stuff. But go ahead.
Did you say breast?
I did. I don't know why. I was thinking like saddles. What were you gonna say?
Okay, sorry. I tuned in to when, just getting comfy now. When you said they're showing horse stuff.
Yeah.
Horseplay. And, it was like, like when I tuned in, they were like, oh, and be careful, your horses can die.
Yes.
And I was like, what?
Okay, so let me get there.
Get so attached to one horse.
They want you to. So that's what's crazy about this. So let me just get to my point. So they're doing that at the stable, and they're like, oh yeah, you can feed your horse too, because like when you catch a horse and tame it, you have to like spend time with it to tame it. So like you can soothe it and stuff, and there's like this pink little like almost hearts effect that comes out of their face, like when you're like doing things. And the more you do that, the more relationship you have with that horse, and the better it'll listen to you. Like you literally have to build a relationship with this horse. And so they're doing this, and they're like, yeah, give him an apple. That'll give him, that'll help tame him. So the guy, like, plops down an apple for his horse to eat. Well, there's a dog, like a sheepdog, at this stable that runs up to it, eats the freaking apple, Brody, gets the pink fuzzy things, and starts following them around. You can tame other animals in this game, Brody. And I'm going to tame that freaking snow fox. And I'm going to be the best Legend of Zelda player ever, because I'll have a freaking snow fox with me.
Will it do anything?
I don't know. They didn't talk about it.
Die?
They didn't talk about it. I'm mad about it because that was the only question I had, because they showed us that. We've seen Wolf Link be like a fighting companion, which I think is cool. And I mean, I bought that amiibo for that purpose, and I'm going to use it day one. But like, if I can tame other animals, I might kick him out every once in a while and take a snow fox with me for something. I don't know if it's gonna fight with you. Heck, I don't even know if it'll like leave its general bounding box area. Yeah. Like that dog did not follow them out of the stable. It followed them around, but then they went into a shrine and it didn't follow them in there.
Okay.
I don't know, but if you could do that, that's just crazy to me. Like that would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
So,
but
anywho.
Horses can die.
Your horses
can die. I was like,
Alex
Han's never going to ride a horse.
Nope. I mean, it was crazy. Well, like in that demo, they ran up to when they were talking about that. They were fighting a guardian, which is the spidery, glowy things that shoot lasers that can kill you in one hit. By the way,
I saw that.
They come up to one of those, and like the guy legit sees one. And he's like, "We'll just go look at it," and he gets off the horse because he's like, "I'm not taking the horse in there." So anyway, we'll scrub through here a little bit. So
let's see.
I'm just gonna
the volcano.
This game looks beautiful. So I'll just pause here and mention there's a lot of is it Kukori? Is that how you say it?
Kukori or Kuroks or
something. They're the tree people that are in Wind Waker. I'm really curious about this game, Brody, and we can talk about it as we go through.
All of it together.
It is literally Hyrule Warriors, if you think about it.
I think I've seen a lot of things that. This is the Wind Waker world, but the Great Sea has finally, like the flood has finally gone.
Do we know where in the timeline Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are related? Is it Twilight Princess is after or before?
I'd have to look. It's such a confusing
Well,
thing.
I agree.
There's like here, Link dies, Link lives.
Yeah.
Ganon wins.
I agree with the theory. I heavily agree with the theory about Wind Waker that it's after the Great Sea is receded, because also they show you in the very beginning of this trailer it's an ocean, and then it comes into this island.
Yeah.
And so I very much think we will have an island that we can play on. It will be a very big island, but it will be surrounded by ocean. Like we'll find every inch of this thing.
And then because it's like the Kikori.
Yeah.
Or
Well, we
Kuros
can
or
go through.
whatever.
There's the bird people. I cannot remember their names.
Rutos.
The Rutos. There's the Zoros,
Zoras,
which
which
are just
Rutos
standard. They're
were-
normal.
Yeah,
The
Ruto
replacements.
were apparently
The subs
the
for those.
evolved form.
Of Zoros?
Yeah,
Huh,
since they couldn't live. Or wait, that doesn't make sense.
I
The Zoras would be
thought it
able
was
to
just
live
like,
everywhere.
I thought it was kind of like they're like, hey, let's not do Zoras, but let's do, something different, but kind of similar. So they're like bird people.
I think they're like subgenuses or something. I don't know. I'm trying to get like. Way
Are we
too technical
genuinely
with it.
talking about evolution in a video game right
It's
now?
Something like that.
And then
There's
they subbed
Gorons.
Gorons from, but there are Gorons in this, but there's also Kukori.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't know. There's the
agree.
Great Fairy, which is
Oh, yeah.
later. Let's just roll through. Let's roll through. So anyway, Kukori are there.
I agree with the other thing I read, which you can see the Great Deku's face right
Yes,
there.
and I want to get to this at the end. I'm going to come back to the Great Dooku tree, but there it is. I think we can both agree that that's it. Also, interesting fact or thought: the Master Sword is with the Great Dooku tree. Deku tree.
That is a little weird.
I mean, I don't know, and I can't remember in Hyrule, in Wind Waker, where, you get the sword from the underground.
Yeah, you have to
But
get
the
to
Deku tree is
Hyrule.
not there.
No, it's like in the castle.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it doesn't have to be completely, and for all we know, this is a seed got planted near the Master Sword, and
Yeah.
a new Deku tree grew out of it. But whatever. Another thing I want to point out here, look at this flower.
I
You
heard
see
them
this flower?
mentioning that those are very significant.
Those flowers have to be significant. It's in the logo, and it's all over this effing world.
They're
everywhere.
It's on. They showed when I watched the collection video today. They mentioned that it was very.
It's something about it is significant, and I'm not sure what it is. They show a real
It's a
close up of
beautiful
one
shot.
later.
Awesome
Awesome epic
There's
shot
Calamity
here.
Ganon doing his thing. over
Doing
in Hyrule.
whatever
Do you
the
see
hell
this?
he's doing.
I've just noticed this flying ship in the
Okay, have you not
background.
seen this? So a lot of people saw this like do you remember there was a demo that they did where it was Link on a horse and they just spun the camera around. They didn't do anything else. Do you remember that?
No.
You can see that ship in that
Okay.
video. And people were like, what is this flying thing? That's where the Birdman lives that we've seen.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but there was another trailer that came out. I don't really remember when. It was the first time we saw Zelda, or who we thought would be Zelda, and him, for that matter. I think it was at a Direct. I can't remember. Anyway, when we first saw Birdman, he went up to that ship. I'm pretty sure. It was a ship shaped like a bird person, and I mean, that's the only ship I've seen. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
And
really
then there
curious
is
to see what his role is, though.
Calamity Ganon's just going nuts over there.
Calamity
So-
Ganon's doing his thing.
Okay. Skyward Sword.
Yes.
Calamity Ganon was mentioned in that, right? Was he? No, it was. What is his name?
It was so Skyward Sword being like the very first point in the timeline. It was like
That
his
they'll
name
be-
was Demise. I
Okay.
think it wasn't even Ganon, but like when you saw him, it was like, oh, that's Ganon.
Yeah.
Or Ganondorf, whatever.
But it was like those were the first not reincarnations. The first
That was
Link,
yes,
Zelda, and Ganon.
yes, exactly.
And
And
then
he
at the
cursed
end,
them
they were
to
cursed.
reincarnate,
Yeah.
and that's how the timeline starts. I would agree that this is more similar to that than anything else we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a shadow, like just shadow darkness orb.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the pig thing he was in Twilight Princess? Kind of his beast form, if you will.
Well, there was
He
that.
had, like, the
he
tusks
he
and
turned
stuff.
into a beast in Ocarina of Time, and I think just in general before even Ocarina of Time, he was always a beast.
Yeah. So I think he
was
looks kind of
Ganon
like that, but just
until
shadows
Ocarina.
and dark. Now, I will mention this. This lady is talking about Calamity Ganon here and like how he's a really important part of the history of Hyrule or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real curious about
Well, it was
what
like
she's really talking about there.
the Deku Tree is like you can finally learn what
It's
happened.
like
100
it's time
years
for you to
ago.
learn what happened 100 years ago. So this is, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. But
There's
the
a
real
shrine right there.
the real
some
action
birds,
hasn't started.
some
I want to
squirrels.
tame a freaking chipmunk
This
if I
was
can.
crazy. I was like, what the F?
That's
is
just a
happening?
tower.
Okay.
That's a resurrection tower coming out of the ground.
And then you see Calamity Ganon. If you pause it,
So
at one point in this, you can see Ganon's face.
oh, he comes up later, like his human face.
No,
Just the monster's face.
like the pig face.
Yeah. They do a close up of it too. What I want to talk about here, and we can look more in depth. But
Is that it's definitely Hyrule Castle?
well, obviously yes. But do you see these columns?
Yeah.
I want to know if these columns are a force of good or evil, because my understanding from I believe it was the E3 demo was that Calamity Ganon is trapped here. Mm-hmm. He can't get out, but obviously he is a huge threat that's there. I think that these columns are holding him in.
I could see that.
I don't know in what way or for what purpose, because they look a lot like the Guardians. There's a lot of things that look like the Guardians. Like the Guardian look is everywhere, like the Birdman ship, if that is in fact a ship. It looks very much like a Guardians thing.
I was going to say, the thing I read was that they think it takes place after Wind Waker.
I think that's obvious, yeah.
Right there, you can see his face.
You can see his face.
They think that,
Something about...
They think that your task in this game, since they've shown each of the races...
Yeah.
That Link is recruiting new sages to seal Ganon.
Okay. Were there sages in the first in Skyward Sword?
No, in Ocarina of Time, you had to find the 7 sages, or you had to find like 7 medallions, but there was 7 sages.
Yeah, maybe.
In the 3D, did you play the Between Worlds? Like
no,
there were sages in that one. They're pretty common, but I agree. I think that you'll be trying to find the 7 sages.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought he was just building an awesome team. I really do think they were a lot inspired by Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
I think to them the idea of bringing all their timelines together somehow, they really liked. I think, and so they created a way to do that. And I don't care if it makes sense or not. I mean, before we had the timeline, none of it made sense, but we all loved it. Now we have a timeline that we can all argue and think about, but still. So we've got some Guardians running here.
This part
I'm just pausing.
The music in this part is so
Oh,
beautiful.
I do want to talk about this. Okay, look at this. There's this, like, I don't know what you would describe it as. It's a walrus bull-looking thing that Link is riding, like basically surfing behind.
Okay,
see if I'll play it through. You see, he's like kind of wave
riding.
riding.
That this was part of this thing's body.
No, it's not. This is a force of good. These show up later in the trailer, and I'll try and pop them out. That redhead girl, she's got like 3 of these with her. So I don't know who she is or what her role is. Also, can we talk about this giant sand alligator? Like every time I watch this trailer, I've watched it several times to kind of pick up on a couple of these things. I've always been looking to see what the heck this little monster that he's riding behind is. I never noticed the freaking sand crocodile. So when I froze it on this, I was like, oh yeah, what are they running from? And it's like, oh, giant sand crocodile.
Again, the music in this part is freaking beautiful.
The music's great. So we've got a bunch of cool abilities.
That armor, though, man, you can't even really see it, but it looks cool. So it's basically, there's a fire lizard that we've seen in some other demos. And it was at the one at, it was the 2 guys from Treehouse Live. They did a Let's Play for, what was that big event? Was it P? It wasn't like a Breath of Wild.
No. It was another, it was like an awards thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Some awards, the video game awards, something. Why can I not think of what it was? But anyway, fire lizard, some cool armor. Also, notice Link's hair is different in this too. I don't know if I can. You see, he's got a ponytail. Did you see it was kind of a spiky ponytail? Then we've got this giant troll.
Ogre.
I feel like we've seen him before, obviously, but we talked about that. Let me back it up a bit. Whoa. So this is really cool.
Do you see the Sheikah?
Yep, I was just about to say that. So there's this shot here where he blocks a attack from somebody. It's a Sheikah. It's got a Sheikah mask on, basically. Yeah. But it looks like a samurai. He's got a Sheikah mask on, though. So I don't know if the Sheikah exists. I kind of have wondered if this was going to be the building of the Sheikah group.
Well, I mean, I think lady at the beginning talking is Impa.
I do too, so I don't know. I'm interested to see what that's going to do. Again, we've got the Magnus thing. Question, Brody, do you think that we're gonna use the controller to move stuff with Magnus?
Probably.
I think so too. Just wanted to see.
And also, I think we've already seen like the King of Hyrule, haven't we?
Well, there's that guy at the beginning who's hooded and he's got the white beard.
Who looks
that
exactly like the freaking King of Hyrule.
He looks like the King of Hyrule from Wind Waker. And I think that might be true, but I don't know. Anyway, I've got something about the Dooku tree that I want to talk about and mention that. So
this feels like such a Miyazaki kind of game too.
Oh yeah, it looks great. A lot of action here. I don't know what this is. So this is it's very heavily Sheikah and Guardian looking, but I don't know. It looks like
red.
It looks like the back of a shrine.
Yeah.
But he's doing his tablet thing in front of this thing. So like, what is this? It looks almost like an egg or something to me.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm real curious to see what that is, but I don't know. Every time I see him use the Sheikah Slate and like touch it in front of a shrine or something, I just think about Apple Pay. Every time. So, okay, here's that shot I was talking about. So these are the columns.
Okay.
You see how they kind of still have that Guardian look to them? I don't know if they're holding him in or what, because the Guardians are, I don't want to say obviously, but they are obviously threatening, and they try to kill Link every time they see him.
Yeah.
But like, are they just keeping people away from this?
I think they're they're called Guardians. Like.
Well, I mean, I think it's obvious that they have gone awry, but I'm not sure what's going on. So there's Calamity Ganon again, just kind of going crazy. We've got
I
some
hope
cool.
you can upgrade that because that's just so slow. I think it's awesome
Oh.
with villages.
I'm glad I shopped on this. Okay, so yeah, this is Parasail. Brody wants to go faster. Brody. Okay, we're looking at a town. This is one of the first villages that like has buildings. Like we've seen stables and we know people exist, but like this is a town. Windmills. Where do you think this is?
I have no clue.
Windfall Island.
Oh.
You don't think so?
No, but I do see a potion shop right here.
There's a potion shop. There's probably a stable down here somewhere. There's a bunch of windmills. I personally think this is Windfall Island.
There's a very ominous building up at the top
There
of
is
that
an
hill.
ominous building at the top of the hill. There's windmills. There's like a church-looking thing over here. I'm excited about villages. I spent probably the most time in Wind Waker at Windfall Island.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just loved to go dig deep into that character. There's another village there. I missed it. Yeah, so this is another village that we see. It basically looks like Agrabah almost or something. There's
I like it.
There's
It's
like
cool.
clay.
This looks familiar. I don't know why.
That symbol?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's like a triangle.
Actually, you know
a
what?
mask almost, and then another triangle under it.
There's a Gerudo, right? The race in the trailer too that I noticed. That must be where they live.
Like the thief people?
Mm-hmm. Because the Gerudo, that must be the red hair girl you're talking about.
What? Oh my God.
So that must be where this is.
My brain. What if that girl is related to Ganon?
She may be. Ganon's Gerudo. Or at least an Ocarina of Time he was.
I mean, seriously.
He may be. Or she may be.
Man. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so village looks cool. I'm sure there's saddles and stuff. Like an hourglass thing going on here.
I like that. That's really cool. Some crap out in the distance.
Some crap out in the distance. But anyway, we digress talking about that. So
Death Mountain.
Death Mountain. Some action.
That
with
looked
those.
like. Go back.
What? It's definitely Hyrule Castle.
Okay, I was gonna say it kind of looks.
This-
That looks like the fountain from Twilight Princess.
It does, and I'll get there. There's another shot that like seriously looks like the what was it called? Castle Town?
I guess.
Something like that, where Hyrule Castle was. So there's guardians here. It looks all busted up. Yeah. We get it. Hyrule Castle is basically destroyed.
Look at your tiny little raft.
You got a tiny little raft there, Brody.
I still hope that there's some way to fly in this game. There's
You're
a
still holding
faster
out,
boat.
huh? You're still holding out.
This was the Deku Tree.
This is the Deku Tree talking to.
They cut it so
Link.
you can't see him again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get there, but I think that's significant. I think there's something significant about that. where you don't really see the deco tree. But yeah, so there's Guardian again, down, burnt, whatever.
There it is.
There's that flower again. Brody, something about that flower, man. It's got to be significant. You know what I'm like, just in my crazy, just like hopes and dreams and just like, please let this somehow be related. I think it might be Fee somehow.
Why?
I don't know. I want it to be. That's why.
No.
I don't know how. I don't know why.
I don't think so. Well, it may be because we know that Fee is the Master Sword now.
Fee is the Master Sword. She said she would never wake up at the end of Skyward Sword. All I'm saying is, what if she just like went into the ground and has become a bunch of flowers around? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I don't know why. I really have no basis for this other than it's blue. And I want it to happen. Because Fee, I legit cried when Fee went away.
Mm.
Oh.
She was annoying, but I liked her as a character.
Also, can we mention, and they've said this before, but like Link doesn't have a companion in this.
Not that we've seen.
Not that we've seen. And I'll get to that because, hang on, there's another spot. So we'll roll on. But there's that flower. It's got to be important. Again,
also,
shots.
this looks like such an emotional game. Thinking about the Zelda thing that's about to come out.
We'll get there. I legit cry every time I think about
I'm
this.
excited for that.
So
Bosses.
this thing, what did you call it?
Bosses? Actually, we've seen this crawling around on the mountain in the background, I think.
Have we?
I think there's like a
there was
time-lapse gif of like something giant, like a giant guardian-looking thing walking all around the mountain.
Really?
Yeah. It's like way off in the
I remember
distance.
seeing like a all bones like giant walking.
This was like way in the distance on a mountain.
I don't know what this is. I'm a little afraid. I almost kind of wonder if this is that ship that we see, because it had something like that, but I swear it had a bird face.
It probably did. I think
Maybe
this
there's
is,
two.
I
Who
think
knows?
this is different.
It could be. It might be different.
So there may be like guardian
anyway.
bosses.
Oh no! What did I do?
We'll go back. Uptown girl.
So there might be guardian bosses, Brody thinks. So we've got the rock troll. There's that thing again. Oh wait,
that's cool.
Sorry.
I don't know what kind of sludge is over there.
So
okay, that's where we were basically.
Flower. This shot is cool. There's that thing.
Okay.
So this is him talking to a bunch of people.
Everyone says she's naked in this, but she's wearing
not.
a dress.
Okay, so let's talk about Zelda for a minute, Brody. We'll park it here.
I'm excited for her in this
perhaps
game.
maybe seductive shot.
I don't think it's seductive at all.
Anyway,
I think. Do you remember in Skyward Sword when she had to bathe in every single like one of those fountains?
Oh, yeah, she did, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You think that's this?
I think that's what she's doing in this game too.
Huh. Well, I believe it. I mean, it makes sense. Zelda in this game, Brody, looks awesome.
She does.
She seems so cool. Talking about him not having a companion, and I'll maybe see if we can scrub through here.
I was going to say, I wonder if she will be.
I think she might be the companion. Like, unless the Sheikah Slate is going to count as the companion, I think Zelda is going to be the companion. I agree with you, Brody. You said this earlier.
See, another guardian boss.
Guardian giant. This is
It
going to be
looks
like
very
Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Colossus. That's what it's going to be like. It is going to be.
That's a cool shot.
It's going to be a very emotional game. Okay, so let me park here. This is why I think she may be your companion at some point. They are wearing very
clothes.
similar blue adventurous outfits.
What if you could switch?
Oh my God, you did not just freaking do that. God, I hate you right now. I mean, I literally hate you right now. God. Okay, so sure, maybe you can, Brody. Maybe you can switch.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think so. They have come out and said that there's not a
Linkle?
Not a Linkle, yeah, that there's not a female playable character, although they've thought it would be awesome to have one. I really do think, just judging by how adventurous she looks in some of these, I think they kind of said we need to give her a more adventurous role. So I hope at some point you are traveling around with Zelda for a long time. I'm already emotionally attached to this Zelda.
She looks awesome.
The only Zelda that I've ever been emotionally attached to was Skyward Sword, and then Fee. I was super emotionally attached to Fee. I loved Midna, but I don't know that I was emotionally attached to Midna.
This looks like it's going to be an emotional game.
So yeah, some shrines coming up here again with Zelda, and like there's 3 times. Okay, let me just talk about their clothes for a minute. So Zelda has so far we've seen Zelda in this adventurous outfit with the blue tunic thing, but then later on we saw her in the bathing with that white tunic thing on.
Kind of from Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that looks very Skyward Sword, almost goddess-esque. With like gold bracelets with the Triforces on them and everything, and like the wing necklace and whatnot. We see her with that. We see her in that get really dirty and like gross, like she's been fighting. We see her in this blue tunic outfit, really gross and dirty and fighting. And then we see Link kind of with her in those moments. But gosh, I'm already emotionally attached to Zelda. I can't look at
that
her.
cry scene though.
Whoa. We're getting there. So okay. I think that might have been it.
Guardian's going nuts.
Yes. Okay. Let me.
She has a Sheikah slate too.
She does. Did you see the amiibo? The amiibo. She's holding her Sheikah slate. So I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know. I think there will be a sequence in the game where Zelda is. I don't think play as her. I think she will be with you.
I need those amiibo.
I would love it if she was following you around. I think that would be great. I might not ever like progress past that part of the game if that's going to be a thing. So all right, okay. So talking about Castle Town in Twilight Princess.
That does look like the 100.
This looks very, very much like that. There's the fountain down here on the bottom left. There's a million guardians going through here. Everything's on fire. But I mean, it just looks very much like the market in the middle looked like.
Yeah. Except there won't be very many loading zones.
Yeah. Hopefully. So Guardians, Zelda's talking here about how everything she's done up to this point.
Could you, when that Guardian was running towards the camera, could you see Hyrule Castle in the background?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it was definitely Castle Town, or maybe not Castle Town, but Hyrule Castle's main town, whatever you want to call it. So here's Zelda running again. I mean, I just think there's got to be a big sequence with that. So that's her. These are those walrus things again, the sand walrus cow looking things. So I don't know. They look like they're about to do some badass stuff though. Like,
who is that on the left?
It's
is that
another
the bird guy?
It's another cow. That's your cow that you were riding around.
Oh, okay.
So
Birdman.
No. So that's
definitely a Gerudo.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure what she's holding here in front of her. It almost looks like a harp.
I was about to say
the same thing. But it's not. I don't think it could be. But she has that in every shot she's in. So I don't know. It could be her weapon. I don't really know. But we'll kind of scrub through here. They look like they're about to do some shit.
That scene.
God, I'm gonna cry. I can't handle Zelda crying in this scene. Like, oh, I get emotional.
Did you see Blind Mouse's tweet that was like, Zelda's ugly cry is as bad as mine?
No, I didn't. I don't know. We love you. Hey, Blind Mouse. God, I can't. And like, it's kind of funny if you watch Link.
Right now he's like,
he legit like doesn't know what to do. Like, there's a moment where he really freaks out. I'm trying to yeah, right there. His eyes are like, huh? Like, what is going on? God, I can't take her crying. This is going to be more emotional than Skyward Sword.
I think so. She's wearing a white gown again.
That's the white gown dirty. Mm-hmm. So there's some fight that happens. I don't know what they're doing here, but God, I'm already emotionally attached.
That looks awesome.
Some great sword fights. Here he's shooting. Arrows. Magic arrows are back. I think we've already seen a shot where there was like a big explosion. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was a bomb arrow because there's like some liquid that goes behind it. Mm-hmm. I want to say napalm because it explodes after, but I mean, I don't know. He's like freezing a giant skeleton monster. Skelly Man.
There's a Goron.
Here's a Goron. Now, Brody, I want to point out something. Gorons, are normally fire.
Fiery?
And
that looks like blue fire.
He may be blue fire. I kind of get more of a abominable snow monster from this guy, you know. But he's like, here it comes, and then you just get pumped. All right, coming up here, this is the Great Fairy right here coming up. Right there, that's the Great Fairy. Gotta be.
It definitely is.
Who else could it be?
She looks very, what was that?
Bodacious?
No, not Victorian.
Aqua?
Not Victorian.
England? Is that what you look like? She looks
Just
British?
like very, yeah, like Old English.
So
you can cut to me saying that, so it's not.
Old English. Yeah, she looks like
She looks very.
She
gaudy.
looks like a mix of the Great Fairy. Well, I guess the Great Fairy in Wind Waker was a girl, like was a little girl.
Oh yeah.
But like if you combine, if they had like what we think of as the Great Fairy, like the big lady with the red hair and all that, usually in like vines and stuff. If that lady had been in Wind Waker with like seashells and stuff, that would be what this is.
Yeah.
I think it's got a very almost Ursula.
Yeah.
Like happy-go-lucky Ursula kind of vibe to
very
it.
Gaudy.
But I mean, there's every character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're not missing anything other than maybe some like Between Worlds and Minish Cap people. Like we've got every race, every species that's ever been in the game. So anywho, there's her, some great beach horse riding.
There's
that chick
Gerudo
again. Let's back up. Let's get a good look at her. I'm gonna just barely miss it. There she is. So yeah, so she's got that harp
That's
thing
definitely
again.
Gerudo.
Yeah, she is. No, when you said that, that all clicked. She's got the red hair. She seriously could be like an ancestor of Ganon.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm real curious about her.
She may be one of the 7 sages.
She could be. I'm really curious about her. Here we go. We've got
Another
Zoro, man.
which they look awesome in this game.
They look so cool. There's
he looks
two.
Badass.
There's two. That guy, he looks really legit.
Some kind of temple.
Some kind of temple going on here. Then we've got another Zoro there. Let me see if I can get to it. She kind of looks more like a princess.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know she's talking to Link here.
Maybe it's like Ruto's reincarnation, which was from Ocarina of Time.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. There's Birdman.
Birdman.
He's laughing.
He looks awesome.
He's
too.
laughing. He looks so cool. I don't know if he's a force for good or bad.
I know it won't happen, but it'd be so
blue.
cool.
He's got blue. He's got to be good, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I was gonna say I know it won't happen, but it'd be awesome if you could like grow wings in this game like that. I know it won't happen, but
It won't happen. But the best you could hope for is a loft wing is somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the best you can hope for, but I don't know. So let's scrub through here a bit. There's that. There's the Zoro
God,
man
he's
again.
huge.
He's huge. He looks awesome. He's like a
I
shark.
like that he his head is literally a shark.
Okay, let's look here.
That's Zelda.
So this is Zelda shooting a light blast at a guardian. And
Sure.
she's like screaming while she's doing this. She's screaming no while she's
Yeah.
doing this. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I
Maybe
assume.
she's trying to keep it from hitting something.
I think she is trying to protect some people.
Because it
or
doesn't
something.
look like it's aiming at her.
Yeah. Here's her again, kind of looking on. This is so right here. Right here is where it says, "Save her, save my daughter," and she's looking at Hyrule Castle here. Don't know where she is necessarily looking this direction, but it says that, and then we see Link kind of in distress. Brody,
That's an awesome title. There's the flower.
there's the flower. Let me just talk about save her, save my daughter. Watch this scene right here. This is the very last scene. It's Zelda. She's looking at somebody. She looks like she's praying. You pan over. You see a tree for like 2 freaking frames. I'm going to get to it. I miss it. I mean, literally, a frame. You see it. Ah, fuck.
Be way easier with the keyboard.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave it there. You see a tree right there.
Yeah.
So I think it's very apparent that she's in the same place Link was with the Master Sword and the Great Dooku tree. Brody,
see that.
I don't know why. I don't know how.
You think that's her dad?
I think that's her dad.
Like reincarnated
Somehow.
or something?
I somehow think Zelda's father or the king has somehow been forced into the Dooku tree. And I don't know if he is the Dooku tree or if he's like strapped on the Dooku tree. And that's why we haven't seen him yet. They cut away from the Dooku tree every single time we look at him.
But there is a shot where you're walking up to it and you can see him.
You don't really see him. Not really. They start to pan up and it cuts. It cuts to a closer shot.
There's the one at the beginning.
I know. They pan up and cut right before it really gets to him. You can see like his lip, his bottom lip move, and that's it. I don't know why. The only reason and basis I really have for this is the voices for those two parts, where the Dooku tree is talking, or the Deku tree is talking, and where save my daughter, save her, whatever.
Yeah.
They sound uncannily similar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm basing this off of. I don't know how, why, but that's kind of my theory. So, anyway. Dude, this trailer is great. This game is going to be amazing.
That was our 40-minute breakdown of...
Yeah, of Zelda. Sorry, we went off on a rabbit hole there. But the game looks great. I have no negatives. And it comes out March 3rd. March 3rd, Brody. Launch game. Thank God. I couldn't wait any longer. Just think, in a month's time, we'll be playing this game. So, Brody, we've talked long enough about Breath of the Wild. It's going to be great. I'm excited about it. It's going to be good. Let's talk about the launch lineup. Or should I say, lack thereof. Let me read this off to you, Brody. Let me read you how many launch games there are. You can count them on one finger if you like.
On one finger?
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you...
Really, if you think about it.
1, 2, 3.
So let me tell you, Brody. Here is your launch lineup for the Nintendo Switch. Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Bye.
Whoop, whoop.
Bye.
1-2 Switch. Bomberman R.
It depends how much it is.
Just Dance.
Hell no.
Skylanders.
Also hell no.
Should I continue? There's nothing else.
As you can.
That's it.
Okay.
Brody, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games at launch. 5. Do you know how many the Wii U had? 23!
Oh, really?
Yes! This has a worse launch lineup than the Wii U!
You're so bad. It's the one thing.
What are they thinking? Like...
It was the same thing that killed the Wii U, honestly.
God, I mean, look, I would pay $300 to play Breath of the Wild Legend of Zelda on a plane. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I will get it for that game so that I can play it a ton and not just have to blow through it because I don't have any time.
At this point, I want to try the Switch, which you're getting, and I want to play Zelda on the Switch, but I think at this point,
you might have to wait.
I'm just going to play it on the Wii U.
I mean, there are other games coming eventually that I'm excited about.
I think I will definitely pick it up this holiday. Like, this holiday
But here's the other thing. Like, sure, there are other games that we know about coming out. There are 55 confirmed games for the Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm. This year?
There are 55 confirmed games for the Nintendo Switch. I don't think they are within this year necessarily, but there are 55 games that we know are coming. I mean, obviously, Scalebound got canceled after whatever, so I don't really trust anything anymore. But so 55 games are coming. At least 10 to 15 of those already exist on other platforms. And have existed on other platforms. So you're talking like maybe 40, 45 games that are coming eventually to this, but only 5 in launch. And 2 of those 5 are things that already exist on other platforms.
Yeah.
And honestly, 1-2 Switch... I mean, it's a demo. I mean, like you said earlier, it's a demo game. I mean, it's already expensive as is, but like...
Pretty much the only game I'd be getting is Zelda.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I can't justify the price. And it hurts me to say it, because I really wanted to get the Switch. And I really want Nintendo to, like, succeed this time. and not have the Wii U bomb, but like they definitely put themselves in a rut.
The system, in theory, sounds awesome, and I think it is going to be awesome when we get it in hand and start playing with it and stuff. Like, I can't wait. I mean, I cannot wait to go on shoots for work and be able to play this on the road, or in my hotel room, and not like have to like lug a huge system with me or something crazy. You know what I mean? But like, I just don't know that everyone else has that goodwill. Like, I mean, not only that, but like you and I are huge Nintendo fans. There are other people who aren't Nintendo fans. They're looking for just a system where they can get everything. Yeah. This isn't it. At least not now. At least not right now. I hope it gets to that point because I want it to be. I want to be able to use this. I don't know.
I want it to succeed.
Really, really want it to succeed, but they are not doing any favors by 5 launch games. And this is what I want to know. If Splatoon and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are basically updates, like, I'm excited about both, but they're basically updates, like huge updates that you're paying for. Why aren't those launch games?
I don't know. And then like the newest IP it's not even new IP, it's just, I guess that's new IP.
Is that Heaven thing? Is that what you're getting to?
No, the Mario Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Which, that comes out summer?
Yeah.
No, holiday.
Yeah, holiday.
So, I mean, after that, kind of
What is there? Yeah, we don't know.
Dark.
And like they had a bunch of developers get up and talk about stuff that they wanted to do, but they didn't have anything. Freaking Sega got up there and talked for like 10 minutes and didn't have anything.
They were just like, "Hi, I'm Sega. I'm making a game."
They're like, "Hi, we're Sega. We're really excited to do something on the Switch. Not sure what we'll do yet, but we'll do something, I'm sure." And then they walked off, and I was like, "Really? At least EA had FIFA that they were like, yeah, we're bringing FIFA. Not that I cared about it or anything, but
I won't dog Nintendo super hard until after E3.
You won't dog them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have faith that at E3 they'll have some newer things to
I
announce.
hope they'll have some newer things. I don't know that they will. What do you think I am? Work for Nintendo, man?
I don't know what you do in your free time.
I wish I worked for Nintendo.
I don't know.
Look at Ganon.
Look at Ganon fighting Link on that map in that Masters collection that we both want but can't afford.
I want that thing, but it's worth the price of 2 games.
It really is. So anyway, I don't know. It's this launch lineup, man. It scares me.
It's dire.
All right, so that's been our kind of discussion of an in-depth discussion of all the things Nintendo Switch that were announced in that presentation. Brody, any closing thoughts? I mean, I'm excited. I've pre-ordered. I'm really scared for the launch lineup.
I'm scared. Sorry, I was trying to be annoying.
I'm nervous about the launch lineup, but honestly, the only game I care about is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and Splatoon, and I know those are coming. So I hope it gets better.
I'll play yours, but I do think I'm gonna wait until like December of this year to get it.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. They're doing their releases past holidays, so I mean, there's nothing else happening right now, so maybe that'll help them, but I don't know. I
hope so.
5 launch games is just crazy. I mean, if the Wii U had 23, I don't know. Anyway, that's been us talking about the Nintendo Switch and all that good stuff. We could go on and on and on about this because we have just there's so much that has happened in the last 48 hours with all this, so it's been crazy. But anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Chortle Games. Woo! Woo! Okay.
We are Chortle Games. You can check us out. You can check the YouTube channel out at ChortleGames.com.
Or go to YouTube and just type in Chortle Games with, for some
up.
reason, all capital letters and no space. That's the only way to find us right now for some reason.
Who knows? Yeah, so you can do that. Check out some videos. I think this the week that this is going up, we've had Gravity Rush and some Spy Ninja action. So
I Expect You to Die.
I Expect You to Die. Next week, you can expect some Party Hard and some more I Expect You to Die. So look forward to that on the channel.
If you want to give us a topic to talk about,
For
send us an email at chortlecast@gmail.com.
Yes, do that. If you have anything you'd like to hear about us discuss in a future topics,
Or just leave a comment down below if you're watching the video.
leave us a comment down below if you're
If
watching
you've
on
made it this
YouTube.
dang far.
If you've hung with us that long. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at chortlegames.com. If you are watching on iTunes or listening through the podcast service, if you could just leave us a review, that would be a huge help for us. Just anything nice or mean, that just really helps
Both
us
help.
out. Both help.
That's something I learned.
Surprisingly.
Bad comments help too.
Yep,
and
they do.
dislikes.
They do. It's
So
great.
if you dislike our video,
you can
you're
dislike
helping
it.
us out.
You can like it. Just do something.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
We're going to switch out of here.